Alright, yo. So now I'm finna go into detail. I gave you the layout. Now you're finna build on top of that, right? So the first L with the trumpet. When I said the destruction, that represents the Vietnam War with coal, aka bullets/bombs. 1/3 burned of the earth and 1/3 of the trees were burned due to this war. So the second L would be destruction, which where floods of the seas and battleships. The third L would be the plague of germ warfare. So the bodies of water, 1/3 of the waters would be bitter and unsafe, which they still are today. But I ain't gonna lie, you can if you get colloidal silver and chlorophyll, liquid chlorophyll, and put that in your water, you will not be sick again. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But in the fourth L, where it says a disturbance of galactical bodies, the sun 1/3 becomes eclipsed. So a solar eclipse, 1/3 of the moon, 1/3 of the stars lose light in their day. So that'll be 8 hours. There was no light for 1/3 of the day, equaling 4 years, and 1/3 of the shadow hour, equaling 8 years, right? So we got 3 more plagues, man. We got 3 more plagues to come. So with this COVID hit, and there was a fucking quarantine, which is symbolic of the veil being lifted, the firmament being lifted. So they wanted to keep you in as that was going out, because while the firmament was actually being lifted, because you know how they say there's a season for everything. So while the firmament was actually being lifted, they wanted everybody inside. Because they didn't want you to be able to catch that energy that was coming onto the planet. Because everything comes from nature, comes through nature. If you wanna have an understanding on what goes on in the stars, look around you. And that's some real shit. Look around you. So the fifth messenger sounds, and a star falls from heaven to earth. This is the beginning of nuclear war. The bottomless pit is open and locusts come out from the earth, which be the horror. The fifth plague, fifth L, blows the trumpet, and an atomic bomb is heard and seen by John, aka Dr. Malachi Z. York L. So we really don't know who drops this bomb. But I do know it's gonna be between Russia, Ukraine, and America. It's gonna be between us 3, man. I'm telling you. And this appears as fire and brimstone and opens up the earth and introduced to the Babylons of America. So in 1954, America, 1949, Russia, 1951, Great Britain, 1960, France. And these aircrafts are called locusts. They have the authority to kill, not vegetation, but humans. So the neutron bomb is designed to hurt people, but not vegetation or buildings. 27 years of warfare is what's going on. Living will be so terrifying that death will be looked at as a favor. And this also, with the aircraft, symbolizes the 4 horsemen for the formation that they will be flying in. I'm telling you, man, these things called locusts. This will affect all of those who do not have the mark of Yahweh or the Elohim of the Most High within their foreheads, right? That is received through prostration to the ground in the act of humbleness, which the holy ones, El Musallin, do constantly before the sustainer through worship and prayer called Sila. It is a spiritual communication between the worshiper and El Elo, the heavenly one. Anu, also called Theos, Yahweh, and Allah, right? But when I'm done putting out this information, the Spirit wants me to give y'all my example on what I say for prayer. So you could just hit this joint like 5 times a day type deal. And man, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel great. A lot of shit really gonna change. I ain't gonna count. Like when I started doing a lot of things change, man. I started reading more. Know what I'm saying? Not really a big reader, but I started reading more. And you'll see. I don't know. It's like you just thirst for knowledge. Like that's your purpose now, to give out knowledge. But yeah, here we go. In the military of the beast was commanded that they should not kill the righteous. All the plagues that the Creator will send on earth will not affect the 144,000. Right? And my goal, even though it's prophesied to be 144,000, I wanna make that 144 million. You feel me? I wanna make that 144,000, 144 million. So I mean, but it's literally man's choice on what they want to do. It's literally man's choice on what they want to do. I'm just here to give you some extra options, right? So in the military of the beast was commanded that they should not kill the righteous. All the plagues that the Creator will send on the earth will not affect the 144,000. Nor will they suffer the effects of radiation, poverty, sickness, because they bore witness to the truth, right? However, they could torment themselves by way of germ warfare. 4 to 5 months. Its torture will be slow, painful, and paralyzing. And their pain was as the pain as if a human being is stung by the scorpion. And in those days, during the period of war 1990 to 1999 AD, the evil one will be at his fiercest attempt to establish his dominion over the whole world, because he knows his time is almost up. Like I said, 5784 or higher. The evil one will be at his fiercest attempt to establish his dominion over the whole world, because he knows his time is almost up. These wars will cause a destruction never seen before on this planet. For the first time in major warfare, germ warfare will be utilized, and nuclear warfare will be the common factor involved. This war will last for 27 years. The nations of people will seek out death, wanting to die in order to spare themselves of the misery, because living will become so terrifying and death will be looked at as a favor, when normally people fear death because it is something they don't understand. But they will find it because they cannot escape the wrath of El Elo, Anu, the Most High, the highest. From the fallout from the bombs, and death will flee away from them by escaping from them. And there will be no compassion on them. And the resemblance of those locusts, the military planes of the evil one's army, resemble horses prepared for battle, flying in formation. They are representing the 4 horsemen, who are the 4 empires: Babylon, Greek, Roman, European America, symbolized by the intellectual creatures. All right.